over why water is so very important, and we'll just bring you a couple characteristics of it and what they mean. Starting off, its boiling point and its freezing point. Its boiling point is 100 Celsius, and its freezing point is 32 Celsius, or 32 Fahrenheit. It's easier for everyone to remember. Some more characteristics are surface tension, heat of vaporization, and vapor pressure. Solid state, its liquid state, and its gas state. Just to review a couple of them. Heat of starting off with vapor pressure, is just an indication of a liquid's evaporation rate. Heat of vaporization, all that means is the enthalpy change required to transform a given quantity of a substance from a liquid into a gas at a given pressure. Well, you might think I'm stupid. Well, not stupid, but crazy, because you don't know what it means. You never heard it before. Well, enthalpy is just the amount of heat content used or released in a system at a constant pressure. Well, going back, let's talk about the most important characteristic of water, and that it's a universal solvent. Now, you might not know what solubility is. I'll just explain. A quick definition is the ability for a substance to dissolve itself into another substance. This is very important in chemical reactions. Now, how that applies to water is water's polarity. It is able to dissolve or dissociate many particles. That is why it's very important, and it's a universal solvent. Oxygen has a slightly negative charge, while the two hydrogens have a slightly positive charge. The slightly negative particles of a compound will be attracted to the water's hydrogen atoms, while the slightly positive particles will be attracted to the water's oxygen molecule. This causes the compound to dissociate. Now, you might not know why solubility is important, or why it's important in many chemical reactions. But just to give an example, when salt, NaOH, dissolves itself into water, H2O, it actually attaches its chemical structure to water. This is very crucial. Some patients cannot only absorb water or salt into his or her bloodstream. Too much water will burst the cell. Too little water will lyse a blood cell, which just means it will dry it out. And NaOH is an agent that can control that balance, but it needs water as a solvent to complete that action. And that is one of the reasons why its solubility is very important, and is one of the most important characteristics of water. Well, just to give one more characteristic of why water is so very important, I'll give you this one more. Oxygen is one of the most electronegative non-noble gas elements. So while forming a bond, the electrons are pulled towards the oxygen atom rather than the hydrogen. This creates two polar bonds, which makes the water molecule more polar than the bonds and the hydrogens in the group. Well, you might not know what a polar bond is. The polar bond is just a covalent bond between two atoms where the electron forming the bond is unequally distributed. And that is some of many reasons of why water is very important, and why water is and if not is one of the most important reasons, one of the most important substances in the whole wide world. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.